Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and especially Eric. Your number 5 speech, the purpose of the number 5 speech is to use body movement, gestures, facial expressions, and eye contact to reinforce your message, and to have those body movements be coherent with the message. In other words, be consistent with it. And with respect to that, Eric, you just totally met the criteria for the speech. You started off by moving the lectern out of the way, which gave you a nice platform, a little area, breaking the fourth wall to give you an arena for using your gestures. That was great. And I originally thought that the topic of 0 defects would be one that would be a challenge to have both body movement and variety on. And you really surprised me by showing so many ways that it could have been done. So I learned a lot from this. You showed the anxiety of the commander when he was being put on the spot by the admiral, and you showed the admiral's determinism. And those were all coherent with the message, and they said a very powerful one. So your words said that, your gestures said that, and the audience just really got that. So that's what the speech is all about. I liked when you showed the contrast, you know, the hands here, and the patent slap, of course. And there was a spot where you say, it does not. You know, again, like all the gestures were reinforcing the message that you were saying. So again, 0 defects. What's he going to do with this? And you showed me. It was just fantastic. Your voice is just very, very strong to begin with. So it really didn't need any extra emphasis. But the extra emphasis of the body just really drove the point home. So since this is a number 5 speech and you are halfway to the laurels of achieving competent communication, I'm going to have several suggestions. One is, again, just I think it would have been cute for the title to have a mistake in it, like 0 defects, to illustrate that this mentality of, you know, always having to have everything perfect is not always the best one. When you started the speech, after moving the lectern out of the way, you kind of went right into it. In fact, you kind of used a non-communicative thing. You said, all right, and just kind of launched into it. I think just give a slight pause, you know, wait for us, and then launch into it with a clear beginning. I think that would have been made a slightly more effective one. While your body movement was very effective, I also noticed some places where you were talking as you were walking, and it's generally more effective to have a solid stance when you're speaking and have the movements be more deliberate. In other words, because the other body movement was so effective, it was a little bit of a contrast when it was not quite so mindful. And finally, the conclusion was a little bit abrupt. In fact, I would have liked to have seen a slightly clearer organization. You know, tell us what you're going to tell us, or something like that. Because the speeches are all cumulative. I know organization is number 2, but it carries forward to everything. But my favorite part of the speech was just what a great message it was, how you were able to create body movement out of a topic that I never would have thought possible. Your examples in particular were excellent, because it wasn't just an abstract talk the way I tend to, but it was a great message. So I very much look forward to future speeches, Mr. Toastmaster.